you got to see the legacy brands. You always talk about that, right? Over a century-long brand like ARRI, so much immortal media has been shot through or with ARRI, and I got Craig with me because we're seeing an update to the X60 panel that I think we've all used at some point or have seen in a rental house or on some set somewhere, but this is kind of jumping us into the new world. You and me were just talking about virtual production, which is the next platform, I'd say, the next space we're trying to film in, and you're telling me that you're basically taking a classic and moving into the new world, right?
Exactly, and I think the way that we should start, if we compare this to the S60 Classic, just so I can explain the updates that we have.
Yeah, let's do it.
So if we imagine we had the S60 Classic, where we have the traditional ballast on the outside, etc. We've now internalized that power supply, so everything is a single unit, and despite that, we're also 2 pounds lighter. So from a rigging perspective, we can put far more of these into a rig. It's easier to access. And in addition to this, we're also 20% brighter than our previous product. So we're talking around 600 lux at 5 meters, 5600K.
Okay.
And when we're talking about the virtual production side, I think this is a really good point, and it's something that we should consider more. So what kind of questions do you have for this?
Well, we've been dealing with basic classic, basically filming habits with people that have been in this industry for a long time. Now we're talking about things like Unreal Engine or spaces that have to mimic lighting and all that kind of stuff. You've built this to kind of go into the next era of filming, pretty much, am I right? I mean, you got the color engine in there, everything else. Like, what do we put in here aside from hardware that can go forward with that, with virtual production? Yeah,
sure. So a few things that we've done. So in a similar way with our Skypanel X and the Orbiter, you may have heard of a digital twin before.
Yep.
So this is the idea of rebuilding the light and having all of the photometric data accessible within Unreal Engine. So the Skypanel Pro also fits into this ecosystem. So when you're talking about a VP environment and you're wanting to make changes on the fly to the wall, we're able to not only pixel map this, but we're able to take all of the data from the light and have the real world output through the VP world as well. So this is something that gives gaffers, as well as the creative technology side, much more control over their productions.
Yeah, you're not just seeing it, you're getting the data of what actually happened and then able to put it into the virtual production space. So you're basically taking a one-for-one mimic.
Exactly, and in this same vein, we're then outputting the data through the light as well. So we can use DMX protocols through Unreal Engine to have all of the data update in real time. And we can talk back and forth with this as well via RDM, so we can.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's just all amazing, honestly.
It's nerdy, but it's very cool. I mean, so it looks like everything's an improvement here. You're talking about integrated ballast, you're talking about lighter, you're talking about higher output, and you're even talking about a price difference.
Yeah, exactly. So we're actually around 30% lower in price compared to when we had the S60 Classic coming out. So right now we're retailing this at 4,000 euros. Which,
if you know, it's kind of getting very competitive, which is nice to see. And if you're getting into this industry, because I know we got a lot of younger viewers that are learn ARRI. They're in every rental house. You get hired for a job, you're assisting. Everything is happening inside ARRI, inside rental houses. So this is the next evolution, I would say, of a light that's been a long-standing. I think the S60's been out there
9 years.
Yeah. So that's a good chunk of time, especially in the way how fast we move in this era. Craig, this is awesome. Of course, we'll put links down below. And just so you know, this is the guy who builds the academy for ARRI to teach everybody about the lighting and everything that's happening. You were the guy that builds out the courses for everyone to learn about this.
Yeah, so I'm the senior trainer for lighting within the ARRI Academy. So I'm building workshops and training courses for students as well as professionals within the industry to get hands-on with our products, as well as just understanding lighting and how it works in the real world. So we can also provide more information for this.
Yeah, so ARRI isn't just hardware. You're talking about a whole ecosystem, and like I said, this is what you get with a legacy, is stuff like this, resources that are at your fingertips. Of course, links down below. Craig, thanks so much, man.
Yeah, pleasure.
So just when you think the Pocket 3 from DJI couldn't get any cooler, they found a way for you to put onto things that are moving very, very fast. I got Schofield here from Tilta with this very, very cool stabilizer. What's going on here?
Yeah, so we make this like Hydra Alien Mini, just like Hydra Alien Pro. We have a bigger one, so right now we have a smaller one with our latest electronic suction cup. So as we know, like lots of action camera and even a DJI Pocket, they cannot really decrease the bouncing of the Z-axis. So that's why we make this one.
Yeah.
And then so you can mount basically small cameras, small action cameras on this one.
Yeah, there's only so much travel in that gimbal head, right? But here, if you're on a motorcycle, for example, or an ATV, and you've got all that motion, you've got all this travel here for it, and it's really well built. But the suction cup, that's pretty cool. Throw it on a windshield and get going.
Right. And then so actually we got a sensor and an auto pump inside the suction cup. So as you can see, you can hear the socket by itself. So you got a sensor, so we just like put it here and then push a little bit harder, so it will suck it. And then the sensor will detect the pressure. If it is not enough, it will pump it by itself.
That's a vacuum pump built into a suction cup to make sure it's on there, and it's even giving you
the presentation of the pressure.
It's giving you the pressure on there. That's pretty amazing.
Right.
And what about this guy right here?
This one is actually the handle for this Hydra Alien Mini. So you can kind of like release this rosette and then put it here, and then be your like
handheld gimbal.
Handheld gimbal, right?
So it's versatile as well. So if you've been looking for a way to mount some action cam and get a lot more stabilization out of it, check out the Mini Hydra Alien from Tilta.
Yep. Thank you.
Zhiyun's always up to some crazy stuff. Daisy was like, you gotta check out the C100. It's this tube light we got going on here, but it's not a traditional tube. What's going on here with this?
So the C100 is actually the first 100 full color tube light in the market. And that means that in this tube light, you can get full power 100 watt in any color you want. And also the runtime is about 54 minutes at full power.
Which is pretty great, but it's also got a whole like modifier system going on here.
Yeah,
These barn doors pop right off. You also have a grid system.
Yes.
And even the lens comes off if you want, to show you guys the pixels if you want to see the pixel density. What's the CRI we're looking at?
The CRI is around like 96 plus, yeah.
And it's really built. I mean, this whole back half is a heat sink with multiple silent fans in there. You can't hear, I'm not gonna hear them, but this is really well thought out as far as having it last for the amount of time you want it to last for on set.
Yeah.
But so how would you rig this if you wanted it up there? Is there a clamp system? We got the quarter 20 here.
Yes, so in the combo pack we have a clamp that you can clamp it on here, and then you can mount it onto like light stand, and then we have a quarter inch here. You can connect multiple lights together, so you can form like a longer system. Yeah, and that's how you use it. And also with the barn doors, it's really easy to control the light how you want it to be, and it's like, I would say like it's much better, like a versatile, and you can find like more use case in 10 other tube lights because it's so powerful. You can use it as a key light maybe.
Yeah, it seems like more of a system than just a tube that spills light everywhere. Then you try to find a way to modify with cinefoil or whatever. You've got your barn doors, you've got your grid, you've got full pixel control. Seems like a good one to check out. We'll put links down below for the C100 from Zhiyun. Thanks, Daisy.
Thank you.
Got to jump into the LEXAR booth because LEXAR's been around forever. You know the name, memory cards. You probably have some in your camera right now, but they're jumping into a new space here with iPhones. iPhone 15, we saw USB-C ports, and everybody's thinking of ways they can use it because you're seeing iPhones and smartphones in general coming into the space as BTS machines. People are filming full on it, or social, whatever. They're here and we're adapting more into it, and LEXAR jumped on it with the LEXAR Professional Go portable SSD. This is 1 or 2 terabyte, available in silver or black. I know you're gonna worry about the color, I got it. It can hook up natively to the USB-C port and give you storage space so you're not filming directly onto the phone and filling up a phone that you might use for other cases. However, I know what you're saying. You're going, well, now my USB port is taken up. What if I wanna add power? Oh, here we go. Look at this. You now have a USB-C hub connected right to it in this little square. This gives me power delivery and another USB-C port so I can hook up things like a lav mic. You're running power to the phone, not losing it. You're not losing any space in your phone because you're recording to SSD. You're able to hook up a lav mic, and you can grip it with other accessories and even run extension cables to make it all work. You're looking at a pretty nice self-contained system here with a very capable device. Our phones are amazing now, 4K ready, all that stuff right here, and now you're saving space, you're adding power, and you're expanding the system. Really cool stuff in a very small package, and you can make it how you want to make it. Whatever you want to use and how you want to use it, it gives you that freedom. So check out the link down below for the LEXAR Professional Go, the portable SSD drive for mobile. Gotta come by Sennheiser, the legacy brands, right? I mean, this is Sennheiser. You know the name because everybody's been using them for dependability and fidelity. I got Teresa with me. This is very cool. This is a bi-directional body pack, meaning it's a microphone, but it's also a communication system. You can either monitor yourself or get directions from somebody that's off camera, which I have to hear all. Instead of someone doing this to me, I can hear what they're saying. So what is this called? Where did it come from?
Yes, so this belongs to our completely new ecosystem, which is called Spectera. And this is the world's first bi-directional ecosystem, which is using our Sennheiser WMAS broadband wideband technology. So we are now transmitting in a single RF channel, either 6 or 8 megahertz. And this allows us to send both transmit and receive audio signals, but also control data in just one RF channel. And this allows us to exactly this, having a combined usage of mic and IM, just one pack, but also when we look later on the other side, we have 64 channels in just one WAC unit.
And that's dependability, right? You're able to find a channel that's clear, that works for you, but be able to use one channel for both is very, very cool. And like I said, you're either a musician monitoring yourself, or maybe you're doing a talk and you can hear about the mic and get a sense of how you're talking, but more importantly, I think, is if you have mission control over there trying to tell you, hey, there's pyro on the left, turn right,
yes.
You'll be able to do it as a communication, which is very, very cool.
You talked about mission control.
Yeah.
The good thing is this comes with a completely brand new software, which is called LinkDest. And also here, as we now have access to control data and audio signals, you can fully live remote control all connected system devices just from your software. You do not need to touch your hardware anymore, which is really
that's really cool.
simplification combined.
It's also really cool as talent, right? You don't touch anything. You just focus on what you're doing. Everybody else handles everything for you. That's very cool.
Totally.
But this is only the first half of it. The other half is over here, right?
Absolutely, yes. This is a rack you usually see in touring and rental, broadcasting, places of worship, or theater locations, but we don't use this anymore because everything is just in one rack unit. And also here you see the back of it. We have full system redundancy with dual power supply. We have assignable antenna ports, 4 in total. We have our Dante primary, secondary. We can add optional MADI, whether optical or BNC. And of course we have word clock I/O for fully synchronized entire audio systems. And yeah, everything in a really simplified, small-sized, reliable hardware.
And that's the thing. I mean, think beyond this also. This is less heat in the space, less noise, less power consumption. There's so much going on here that you're probably not realizing, including how many people are just building out studios in smaller spaces to do more with. 64 channels right here. This is awesome. I mean, this is a really good system.
And we don't stop.
You're Sennheiser. Yes.
Yes, this is also quite sophisticated. This is our new transceiving antenna, the DAD, and this includes RF equipment. So no more additional RF equipment, no more cables are needed because the whole RF is here, as well as we have a single Cat 5e connection, which eliminates the need for further cabling, and everything is really in a small footprint to make your life easier.
It's efficient and minimal, and if you're in a place like Adorama, we beam out of New York City in the middle of Chelsea, right? Well, something like this would help us stay reliable as far as wireless control. We use all Sennheiser mics in the event space, all the lav mics, all the podcast mics, all that, all Sennheiser, and we're big fans. So this is very, very cool. We're gonna take a look at it. Of course, links will be down below for you to check out the specs for yourself. Teresa, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Swing by the GVM booth because they're always adding to their lineup. I got Mark with me because you got tubes going on now. And
yeah, right.
There's some really weird little things we didn't think about putting into lights, like, I don't know, being able to make the end a nice little spotlight if you need it. Yeah. What's going on here with this whole line?
Yeah, so we have like this one, a small one, battery operated, with a little flashlight light, yeah. And then we have like the 60 centimeter and the 120 centimeters, both operated by Sony NPF batteries and with pixel effects. Now here we are operating them with our Bluetooth app, and you can see we have different kinds of effects.
And you've got Ethernet support here.
Right, yeah.
So this is the size we're starting off with, but this isn't the only small options you have. You have something over here as well, right? Let's take a look.
Yeah, we have some pocket lights.
We covered these at NAB earlier this year. You can go check out the link down below for that, but this is a 3-light kit.
Right.
So you're looking at this 60B?
Yeah. We have the kit in 60B and 60C, so the bicolor version and also the full color RGB WW version. And then the kit comes really with all the light shaping accessories. These lights, they feature built-in battery and also mini bones mount. And then we have all different kinds of light shapers, like a really nice lens system to focus it, defocus it, different kinds of flags and honeycomb grids, diffusers, and so on. So we're really flexible with this.
So a 3-light kit with versatile modifiers for you if you need something portable that you just want to throw it in a case and start lighting. And this is also kind of rugged. I mean, we're looking at IP65 across the line.
Right. Across this one, also across our heads. This is all IP65 from the heads, so very rugged.
So you can get it a little wet, don't worry about it. Well, we'll put links down to everything down below. You guys can check out the new tubes and the 60B and 60C from GVM. Mark, thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to do us right here at IBC 2024 right here in Amsterdam. And this is not the only video. If you just found this one, there's at least 2 more videos of the show, so go check back on the channel for even more products. We covered at least 20 plus brands, a lot of cool releases. Let us know down below which ones you like the most. Don't forget to like, share this video around, hit subscribe and the bell to get notified when we put more videos like this. And we will see you next time. Later.